5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Minister, for that presentation. In the Soo in Northern Ontario, retaining and attracting young people is a key priority. So how will the innovation agenda support that priority?
So I'm glad you asked that question, and I was delighted to be there in the Soo with you when I visited and had the opportunity to look at, in particular, all the investments for diversifying the economy there. Obviously, we were talking about Algoma Steel, and that's such a key employer there. We're talking about the Canada-U.S. relation because of the proximity to the border. But the investments in clean tech, and the fact that there was such an effort in that area to really take advantage of diversifying the economy in clean technology is a very promising area. I think as you and I came to know, as we visited a lot of clean tech startups, we had a roundtable with clean tech companies and talked about what their concerns were. And because of those conversations, we presented a budget that dealt with those issues, from early stage commercialization through more investments in Sustainable Development Technology Canada. That's $400 million. And then above and beyond that, the $1.4 billion allocated for working capital to look at long-term patient capital, and then ultimately through Export Development Canada to get those products outside of the Soo and into the U.S. and more importantly into other international markets as well. And so I think that's one promising area as well. And when it comes to young people, as you know, we're very focused on investing in young people. They're very creative. They're very thoughtful. So early initiatives like coding, learning how to develop the skills of solving problems, digital literacy is very important. And then work integrated learning. I mentioned that in my remarks as well. MyTax is such an important initiative. This will really provide meaningful opportunities to young people, especially in the Soo, who are in post-secondary education, to get that work experience. So when they're finished their studies and the employer says, do you have any experience? They can say yes. And they can hit the ground running. I learned the hard way when I did my studies, and I didn't have that experience, but then I was part of a co-op program at Windsor, and that really opened up a lot of opportunities, and I actually started my career at Ford Motor Company of Canada. So I do have a bit of an auto bias, which you heard from the previous set of remarks as well. So I think it's very promising. We're very focused on the Soo in terms of supporting steel and some of those very important key anchors of job creation, but also focusing on clean tech, and there's a lot of opportunities there as well.
And before I pass my time to Lloyd, I just wanted to thank you for the increase of the $25 million for FedNor, our Regional Economic Development Agency. It's very well welcomed.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Terry, and thanks, Minister, for being here. Always a pleasure.